Hi, I just want to show you all these plants that did not survive on my terrace from last year and this year. So let's start with the coneflowers. Here we have from Terra Nova Nursery in Chicago, Echinacea Fragrant Angel. This is actually one of the top rated coneflowers from the Mount Cuba flower trail for Echinacea. It's very fragrant. It's this natural. It's this white native variety, and pollinators love this one. Unfortunately, it did not work on my terrace. They did survive winter, but this spring, it somehow just didn't work. Like it didn't really come back. I've got like one or two leaves, and then like when we got like a few freezes in spring, just didn't work. I think one of the reason it didn't work was because that I didn't plant this. I didn't repot this into bigger pots, bigger containers until very late last year in the fall. So if I've done it a little bit earlier, maybe in October, maybe in September instead of October, this would probably flourish. But lesson learned. And then here, the color coded, the Price is Right variety, it's the same. I saw this in spring, but spring in New York City has been really strange this year. We've had very warm weather, like up to 80 degrees, and then like 3 hard freezes afterwards in early spring. So it definitely shocked the plant. And because I didn't establish this one early last fall, it just didn't work. And then here we have the hot coral. So this one definitely didn't survive because of dormancy issues. This flowered last year in the fall, and it's got this beautiful pink, almost like a lollipop pink flower that's just so gorgeous. Unfortunately, it didn't die back. It didn't become dormant fast enough for the first frost. And I stopped feeding on my echinaceas last year, like 2 months before the last hard freeze, the first freeze. So somehow this didn't work out. But I think also if I've planted this a little bit earlier, if I transplanted this into a bigger pot a little bit earlier last year, it could have survived. And then here, so this one just never returned in spring, like nothing. I mean, these two actually came back in spring. I've seen like leaves, foliage, but this one, no, nothing. And then here the rainbow marcella. This one just never survived after delivery. After I received the plant, it was a really hot summer day, and out of the box, this one just looked very droopy. Like the foliage was not good, and out of the box, I was very concerned. And indeed, it just never flowered last year, and it just never returned this spring. So sadly. And let's see, these two I purchased these two from Park Seed. So I'm actually kind of concerned about their quality because I've purchased I think 5 live plants from them last year, and 2 of them died. And then these two, I got one of them from, this one I got from Bluestone Perennial, and this one I received from New plant, newgardenplant.com from Peach. So yeah, out of the 40 echinaceas I've tried, only 4 of them didn't survive, which is, you know what, actually a pretty good ratio. 4 out of 40 is not bad at all. And I'm actually thinking about replacing some of them. I'm definitely gonna buy this again, the hot coral, because I really want to have a complete collection of the Sombrero series, because I just love this series so much. I've got Summer Solstice, Improved Lemon Yellow, Blanco, Baja Burgundy, Sangrita Red, Adobe Orange, and a bunch of other color. That's just so amazing. And then I'm thinking about getting this again because I want to complete my color-coded collection as well. I've got every single variety from the color-coded collection, including the yellow one, the red one, etc. So I definitely want to get the white one just to complete the collection. I'm not sure about getting the butterfly Rainbow Marcella. There is another one called Yellow Rainbow Marcella. That one is more yellow versus this one. This one's more orangey, orange pink. The other is yellow and pink. So I might go for the yellow one instead because I do like the butterfly series. In fact, there is the orange skipper coneflower that's already blossoming on my terrace. It's already blooming beautifully, and that one is from the butterfly series. But I'm definitely not getting the fragrant angels because it's not exactly from any series, so I don't have to complete the collection. Also, I think this one is a little bit taller compared to the rest, which might not do very well in a container, so we'll see. And then I just want to show you some plants that didn't work, that I planted last year in the summer or in the fall and just didn't work. Like this one is called Pineapple Mint. This one I planted in spring last year and they actually flowered. It's got this variegated leaf, variegated foliage. Smells like pineapple, very delicious. But I think it's very tropical. Even though it can overwinter in Zoom 7B according to the website, it just never did. Like I didn't get anything this spring. So I panicked and I got rid of it. I just didn't have the patience to wait. Maybe if I waited a little bit longer, it will come back because when I put it out, I did see some new shoots, new roots coming out. But it's, tiny little pieces of roots, like this much. And I'm just like, okay, is this really worth waiting? So I just checked this out and then replaced it with something else. Because I was really running out of containers to try new seeds and new varieties. So unfortunately, this just couldn't make up. Also, I think one of the reasons this one didn't work out is because variegated plants in general take longer time to develop. They're not just vigorous because it's got the yellow stripes or variegations, which deters photosynthesis, which is why they usually grow shorter compared to the OG varieties. So yeah, even though they smell very nice, I think I just won't grow this anymore. which is also probably why I never tried pineapple sage, even though that one smells delicious too. But they are more tropical. So unfortunately, I won't be able to grow this one. This one I got it from Hertz. Hertz is a really good grower. A little bit pricey as a live plant, but not the worst. The other plants that I got from Hertz are strawberry mint, apple mint, orange mint, and also chocolate mint. Those did fabulously as well. Unfortunately, this one just didn't come back. And the strawberry mint, I thought it would never come back, but it finally did. But I was very patient with the strawberry mint variety. And then we got this lavender super blue variety. So this one I got like last year in the summer after like a hookup. And then there's like a floral shop. And I'm just like, okay, let me go there and then pick something. And I got this one for 20 bucks. Okay, it's definitely not worth 20 bucks. I think I actually paid like, oops. I think I paid like $30, including tax, for this one. But that's just how the pricing is in New York City. Anyway, when I got it, it was flowering already, very vigorous, but then like I was on vacation and then Tom was supposed to water this, and I told him not to water this too much because it's a lavender. Lavender does not need too much water. When I returned, this one drowned, so I will never grow this one again. Growing lavender in New York City is already very tough because we have this humid summer. Lavender does not like humidity. Also, Zoom 7B is not like a really warm Zoom. Like it's not like Zoom 8 and above. So lavender in general, they just don't do very well here. But fortunately, I found phenomenal lavender. It's a hybrid lavender. It's more like a lavandula. That one does very well on the terrace for now. Like they returned, they came back this spring, and worked as an evergreen. And I've seen like a lot of flower buds. And I got the phenomenal lavender from Growers Exchange, I think. Yeah, Growers Exchange. Also, Growers Exchange, it's kind of like a hit or miss. I got the Hit Coach lavender, which didn't work out from them. I got the French Tarragon, which worked out phenomenally. So, buyer beware. Not everything will work from that grower. And then here we have the Firework Allium. This is a very good variety. I got 3 of them last year. 2 of them worked, and this one did not. So 2 out of the 3, I would consider that as a success story. But unfortunately, one of them did not work, so I still have to factor that. And then these are all the seed sown varieties that I found this year. So let's start out with this Pink Goblin Veronica. I think I got this from Swallowtail Seed Company. They are germinated, but I potted them in this like tiny planter. It didn't get a lot of sun, and even though they are germinated, they just didn't last. I think they just drowned. Too much moisture. I wasn't paying attention. I went on a trip to Morocco. When I returned, they just all died. So that's the story for this one. will I try this again? I don't think I will, because Veronica is not exactly like the best variety for pollinators. And it's not exactly the most beautiful flower either, so unfortunately I think I will phase out this variety. And then we have this Nepeta Select Blue. Now, this seed variety, it's like a hit or miss. I've got Nepeta Select White growing on the terrace. I sowed this one along with Select White. The Select White did phenomenal. Select Blue, on the other hand, did not. I don't think they germinated. I think they did, but the thing is, it dried out. Yeah, I think it just got dehydrated, and that's why it did not flourish. The thing with growing Nepeta, the Select Blue and Select White variety, is that they really are special because you are not supposed to cover them with any polymix. They need light to germinate. So that's already a big deterrent. And I sowed every seed with I direct sowed every single seed. I did not use seed starting tray or soil blocks. I didn't do them indoors, so there are a lot of factors that can go around. Like wind would blow the seeds, can blow the seeds away, or little insects will carry them away. I mean, I don't have to worry about deer or rabbits, but I do have to worry about birds on the terrace. So there are a lot of factors. So that's why Select Blue did not work out, because it just got dehydrated. I think I was just very preoccupied thinking about parties or going out, so I forgot to water. What a bummer. Anyway, yeah, will I replant this one again? I would say yes. Actually, I would, because I got the white one germinated. So, and then very disappointing. These two I got from Park Seeds, Arizona Sunset and Arizona Sandstone hummingbird mint, also known as Agastache or Agastache or whatever, however you want to pronounce it. Hummingbird mint, they just smell so nice. They are deer resistant. They smell like anise. Very delicious and sweet. Unfortunately, these did not work. I don't even think they germinated. Actually, the Sandstone variety, I've seen 2 seeds germinated. I saw 2 seeds germinated, but the thing is, I planted these in tiny containers. Because tiny containers are just I had these leftover tiny containers. I knew starting seeds in tiny terracotta containers with drainage hole at the bottom is very difficult, because it's not exactly the typical terracotta container. It's made by this British pottery company, and it's got this thick terracotta clay material, and it doesn't breathe very much, so it's very easy to get soggy. And these were outside, so I had to water them all the time, twice a day, so they get dried out very easily and they can get soggy very easily. So I think they just drowned. So I think that's the reason why these did not work well at all. But I got the other Agastache working on the terrace, so I'm just assuming that the issue is the planter, not the seeds. will I grow them again? I would say yes. I would love to try them again because they just look so pretty. This one is more like a red orange variety, and this one is, I think it's like an orange and yellow variety. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to show you guys these plant checks to show you that not everything will be successful. It's all just like trial and error, and yeah, like you can only learn from your failure. And the best gardeners are usually like the ones that killed the most plants. So anyway, I'm going to sign off now. Happy Pride. Enjoy gardening, and I'll see you guys later.